Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 17 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We're just jumping back into things with the rental team, of course. If you haven't, heard from the last couple of episodes, I'm currently going to be in Madison for the regional championships this weekend, and I think by the time this video goes up, regionals might actually be streaming, so go check out Pokemon.com/live, either after you watch this video or take a break right now to go check that out, because we are streaming a lot of action throughout the weekend. So today is Swiss, and tomorrow will be Top Cut. I, of course, will be commentating that event, so yeah, should be a fun time, but I wanted to pre-record some content while I'm gone, just because now I'm really trying to get back into daily content. But we're going to find Matt for our first opponent of the day, running a really cool team. Mimikyu, Muck, Porygon 2, the Magnezone, Incineroar, and the Machamp. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Huh. So, this is obviously a Trick Room team. And Trick Room teams are very scary. Yes, they are. But there's no terrain on my opponent's end, so for once I might actually go Raichu Koko. Because the only fear is Incineroar and Mimikyu. Actually, I have nothing against that. That's kind of bad. I really want Garchomp here. Like, I want Garchomp. Normally against these teams, I go like Garchomp Aerodactyl. It just doesn't feel right here. Because I think Mimikyu definitely has Mentor, so I can't really taunt it freely. Ooh, but I could Skydrop. But that doesn't do... Celesteela, Buzzwole? God, it feels so weird not bringing Garchomp in this. I feel like yeah, Muck just screws me over. I didn't make the right Pokemon choices. But one of the things I like to do in VGC is sometimes, like, when I'm practicing, like, intentionally pick Pokemon that maybe aren't optimal, just to see how I can win in matchups that, because, like, even if you don't feel like you're bringing the right Pokemon, you want to see if you can win those matchups and figure out how your opponent's team operates. Not that that's ideal. But instead it's just Porygon and Incineroar. Okay, I'll take that for sure. So, yeah, so I was really fearing Mimikyu just because I don't know what it has. This is far better for me. Attack increase, that's fine. Yeah, so the reason why it's fine is because I can just go for a Fake Out into Porygon, and I'm gonna Thunderbolt the Incineroar just to cover the option of it not Fake Outing, because you'd imagine it's gonna Fake Out Koko right now. But yeah, this ends up being pretty decent. Like, I haven't brought Raichu out too much with this team, but it's really good against this, like, certain team comps. So we don't see any switch outs. I do just get a free Fake Out against the Porygon. Incineroar is going to choose to Fake Out my Tapu Koko. Not too much of a surprise there. She does a fair amount of damage. So now I could Encore the Incineroar and just Thunderbolt Porygon, but that means Trick Room goes up. So instead, I think I really don't want Trick Room to go up, so I'm actually going to double into Porygon with the Z move and with the Thunderbolt, because I don't think my opponent's going to anticipate the Z move, and if anything, you might anticipate Encore from Raichu. Even if Porygon switches out, Incineroar maybe gets a knockdown on one of my two Pokemon, I at least force the Porygon out and get a lot of free damage on whatever's coming in. Obviously, Magnezone is the worst case scenario just because it can take those attacks really well. But then I get Buzzwole in, and so it's not that bad. Ideally here, though, Incineroar switches out in fear of Encore, and Double Electric just knocks out Porygon. Electro Ball is a move that we have seen recently on like Specs Kokos as well. So I don't have that, but yeah. Okay, so no switch outs, but I should be able to pick up the knockout on Porygon here, hopefully. I forgot to mention, or I forget if I mentioned my normal spiel, but yeah, as always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please share your support by leaving a like on the video, and definitely go check out the live stream, like Pokemon.com/live, guys. Madison and the Birmingham Regional streaming this weekend. And I'm back on the commentating desk, as well as Marcus Thatcher, which is really exciting, and a ton of other great people. But there's the Raichu Z move on Porygon. Wow, that did a lot more than I thought it would. That's really good damage. So yeah, Thunderbolt knocks out Porygon. Could still be a Mimikyu in the back. Incineroar could go for a knockout here. Oh wow, it's using a Z move of its own. So it's a Fire Z move, okay. I wonder who that's going into. Probably Koko? Yeah, I wish I brought Garchomp, though, just because offensively it does so well against Incineroar, Muck, Magnezone. I just really feared Trick Room going up, but it still is worth bringing, I think. Yeah, so Koko will faint there. Garchomp would have been so good. I'll bring Buzzwole now. I don't know how fast Incineroar is. That's the other real big concern. Garchomp would have been perfect here. I'd switch into Garchomp and then just have Celesteela on the back. Okay. Yep. I'm really face-palming right now. I wonder if Incineroar's going to target Buzzwole. I'd like to Thunderbolt the Incineroar and protect this turn. If Incineroar is faster than Buzzwole, I've got some problems. Maybe I should have just superpowered. Yeah, I probably should have. Ugh. Thunderbolt probably still two-shots Incineroar, hopefully. Yep. Ah, it did Throat Chop. Yeah, so now I really need to hope I'm faster. Actually, that was so bad. That was so bad. Not bringing Garchomp was such a misplay here. Like, that was just, yeah. I mean, like I said, you should try to find ways to win even if you don't end up bringing the right Pokemon. It's going to be difficult here, though. I'm not out of it yet, depending on who's in the back, but why did I bring Celesteela? That's an awful Pokemon to bring here. Like, yeah, that was the worst Pokemon to bring. We saw Volt Switch. Yeah, I'm gonna protect. Well, that's kind of obvious, so maybe I don't want to protect. Okay, I'll still protect. And I'll Superpower Incineroar. Also Z-moved, which is the other big issue. Incineroar switches out. Okay. Into Muck. That's a start. Actually, no, it's not, because the defense drops will be too much. Why didn't I bring Garchomp? I'm so bad. Garchomp would have been... Wow, that actually did a ton, though. And I'm faster than Magnezone, which is good. Yeah, like, not attacking with Buzzwole last turn was bad, too. Volt Switch at least goes into Celesteela. But I think I lose anyway. Because Poison Jab will knock out Buzzwole, and Volt Switch will knock me out. Yeah. Unless my opponent knocks off Celesteela for some reason. Basically, this was a game. I was talking about, like, yeah, you should try to win when you don't make optimal Pokemon choices, but Garchomp 100% would have been better here because my opponent was so ground weak. Like, it really made little sense. Like, the only reason I didn't bring it was because it's like, if Trick Room goes up, I guess, like, Garchomp's still good, right? Because Magnezone, Muck, and Incineroar really don't do that much damage. I was just really fearing the Porygon, but that was kind of an irrational fear. -1 Superpower still does a ton. I wonder if Celesteela is faster. It is. Okay. So if somehow I survive, maybe I could survive a Poison Jab. Like, maybe I actually haven't lost yet. We'll see. Or maybe my opponent knocked off. You'd imagine you'd definitely try to Poison Jab the Buzzwole right now. So there's Poison Jab, yep. Can I survive at -2? Oh, easily. Okay, so I'm still in this. It still comes down to who's faster. We also could just see a Protect play. Fake Out, Fire type attack, Dark type attack. So you've seen Incineroar's attacks. Ooh, maybe I could take a Flare or whatever Fire type attack it depends on. So maybe I should double protect this turn, just like one. Yeah, double protect covers the Fake Out option too. I just can't believe I didn't bring Garchomp. It literally would have won me the game like single-handedly. But like I said, I'm not out of it yet. Despite making poor Pokemon choices, Celesteela wins against Muck single-handedly. So it really comes down. I don't know how fast this Incineroar is relative to my Buzzwole, so that's a question. And yeah, actually, it was like a great play to Z move with the Incineroar, just because Encore wouldn't, like, you still get to do the Z move through Encore. The real question is, like, just does Incineroar have Protect here? Maybe I should have Superpower and Leech Seeded the Incineroar. Okay, just went for Fake Out. Oh, wow. Yeah, that would have won me the game. So even with my poor Pokemon choices, I had a very free opportunity to, like, yeah, literally that would have won me the game. But the reason not to go for it, obviously, is if Incineroar just fakes out Buzzwole and Poison Jab goes into that slot. But I'm thinking maybe I can survive, like, a Flare Blitz from Incineroar. Incineroar probably protects here. I don't know if I'm faster or not. I think I should be because it's a Trick Room team. I'm going to Superpower Incineroar and Leech Seed. He does have Protect. Ah! So now it's a question like, does Flare Blitz one-shot me? It might not. That's the one thing I'm holding on to right now. Yeah, what a shame. Like, I wouldn't call the last turn a misplay, because if my opponent just faked out and Poison Jab, I was playing it safe, but the thing is, if Incineroar does have Protect, like, my opponent also could have just protected Incineroar that turn, though. Okay, so Incineroar is obviously going to Flare Blitz me. I guess I'll protect. Or maybe I should just attack here. Flare Blitz plus knockoff is going to knock me out, though. Yeah. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Well, this goes to show, like, how important... Well, maybe I should have just Heavy Slammed instead of Leech Seeding. I don't think Heavy Slam would knock out, but it could at least crit. Muck's faster. Yeah, that does definitely enough. Woo! Well played by my opponent. Just very poorly, like, Garchomp, if I had it there, just switches it and wins the game instantly. And I don't know why I didn't assess that in Team Pre. I mean, I knew afterwards, I was like, oh, I don't think I made the right Pokemon choices. Like, if I let Aerodactyl Chomp, actually, that would have been pretty bad. I guess that was the fear, right? I wasn't sure if I could just deny Trick Room well enough, and I felt like, oh, even if I can... Like, I did have the tools to win that game in the end. Like, if I made one different play, I actually win, if I just superpowered the Buzzwole and Leech Seeded that turn. But, I'm very surprised my opponent went for the fake out onto Celesteela and Poison Jabbed into the Buzzwole, just because that play doesn't make much sense. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense in the sense that it worked out for my opponent, but it feels like it doesn't cover enough options on my opponent's end. But maybe my opponent just made a really hard read that I would double protect. Either way, my opponent ended up winning and made overall better plays than I did. So, very well played there. I also didn't know how fast Buzzwole was relative to the Incineroar. But that was really intense. Yeah, I didn't know if Incineroar had Protect or not. I could have maybe anticipated Protect and superpowered and Heavy Slammed the Muck, because that maybe could have knocked out. And then I could have Leech Seeded the Incineroar as well. So, yeah, I didn't play the end game there very well either. So a lot of mistakes made overall. But let's focus on this next one. We see Porygon, Arcanine, Garchomp, Koko, Muck, and Snorlax. So maybe this time I'll go Garchomp. I mean, yeah, I'll bring Garchomp and Aerodactyl. This is a game where I could go Raichu, Koko again, but I think I'm going to go with my safe 4 of Garchomp, Aerodactyl, Buzzwole, and Koko. I just can't believe that last game, like, in terms of... I'm trying to think, like, yeah, I don't think it's, like... It is actually pretty crazy I didn't bring Garchomp. That was just bad. But sometimes, yeah, like, Pokemon choice, that just shows how important it is. In a best of 3, I would be like, okay, now I know my game plan. Make sure Trick Room doesn't go up. Garchomp just beats everything outside of Trick Room. It just literally one-shots everything with Earthquake. So I'm sure my opponent, like, breathed a sigh of relief when the Celesteela came out. But the thing is, even there, like, I like it. One of the things is I have a lot of lessons to learn from that game, because even without bringing Garchomp, I still had many opportunities to win, like 2 turns where I could have. And, yeah, it was just like I called the fake out turn incorrectly, and then I called the protect on... I should have just assumed protect on Incineroar. Like, sometimes on fake out mons, you don't have room for protect, so, you go fake out and, like, 3 offensive attacks, especially with Trick Room teams. But... yeah, with Protect there in the end. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That's definitely a shame. Yeah. Not much more to say. I think, like, I just played the last 2 turns pretty badly. Or I could have, like, reconsidered it. And obviously I need to give credit to my opponent. Like, he made the right calls both times. But, alright, Garchomp Porygon 2 from my opponent here. I wonder if that's Scarchomp then. Because what I can do is just Skydrop Porygon and then switch into Buzzwole and Superpower it. And I think I'm going to go for that, yeah. Because I learned my lesson, Garchomp's really good, and I do want to conserve it for what's potentially in the back of my opponent's end. Yeah, that last game is... Those are the games that are frustrating, because it's like, wow, you really screwed up there. But, you know, that's why, like, I post wins and losses, because I think it's really important to see how you can adjust, especially because best of 3 is where all high-level VGC play is. And so that was, like, assessing mistakes, you know, didn't play the last 2 turns well, also just made a crucial error in Pokemon choices. Okay, so not Scarf Chomp. Tech Rage? Oh, just Rock Slides, okay. That's fine. Buzzwole's pretty defensively beefy. Yeah, that takes that with ease. Very nicely, actually. So now, yeah, I can just all-out pummeling the Porygon. That's why Skydrop's really cool with this team. Like, there's still a lot of Skydrop things to be discovered as I play with this. But now I can definitely shut down Porygon. That's the biggest threat to my Garchomp out of the way, which is good. You'd imagine my opponent was going for an Ice Beam there with Porygon. That would make the most sense. So... Yep, this turn works out nicely. It's just where do we go from here? Unless Garchomp has a way to really threaten my Buzzwole, it could flinch me with a Rock Slide. And if it does, I will be very sad. So please don't flinch me. But what else? Yeah, I mean, by knocking out Porygon, okay, nice. It protects. Oh, even better. Haha, that's perfect. So I get the Beast Boost. Yeah, I get the knockout onto Porygon. Everything going my way right now. Unless Porygon's faster and freezes me with Ice Beam. But nope. Okay, so I knock out Porygon. That's really good. I still have Garchomp in the back, which is really good. And I can Tailwind this next turn, which is also really good. So a lot of things going my way right now. And that's why Skydrop's really cool, because you get to make these cool plays where you switch out, and your opponent doesn't expect it, and then you just get a guaranteed knockout. And with Skydrop, you can make pretty safe plays, because you don't have to worry about Protect once Pokemon are up in the air. So the all pummeling here will knock out the Porygon. I also waste the Protect on Garchomp's end, which is good. I don't know its moveset yet, or sorry, I don't know its full attacks yet. But Buzzwole now does get to +1, which is also good. Arcanine probably in the back will come out and just bring me back down to neutral, but that's also okay. It's actually Tapu Koko coming out, which I'm even more okay with. Yeah, it's perfect for me. I could just Skydrop Koko. I wonder how fast Koko is. No, I'll play it safe. I'm going to Protect and just Tailwind here, because Buzzwole under Tailwind really just blows through my opponent's entire team. My mind is just still on that last game. Yeah, I didn't know how much Heavy Slam would do. I didn't think, yeah, actually no, Superpower is at -2, so Superpower's Heavy Slam wouldn't have knocked out Muck anyway. But actually the thing is, even if it doesn't, then I can Heavy Slam the next turn, because I'm not sure if Flare Blitz from Incineroar knocks me out. Koko protects, even better. Okay. Yeah, my opponent may be fearing the Skydrop here, but I'm just going to go for the guaranteed Tailwind play. Nice. Nothing my opponent can do to stop that. Garchomp maybe going for a Rock Slide here, just to get damage off. Yeah. So maybe my opponent hoping, oh, I can Speed Tie with the Aerodactyl next turn. So yeah, Skydropping there actually would have been pretty bad. Because then I don't have the speed control. So I made the right play there, I think. Yeah, Koko's by far the bigger threat to me, so I'm just gonna Rock Slide and Poison Jab that slot. Even if it switches out, like, that's fine. I think Poison Jab at +1 should be able to just knock out Koko. If it switches out into anything, something's eating up a Rock Slide, Garchomp will take some damage. If Garchomp has a Sash for whatever reason, it's going to lose that as well. And if Garchomp does go for a Rock Slide, then I get a free switch in back out. So that's all good. So let's see. Let's see. What happens? I think, yeah, I'm in a prime position to win this one. Like, I'm pretty happy about how I played this so far. I actually missed Rock Slide on Garchomp. That's unfortunate, but it's probably more important to hit Koko just to break a potential Sash. And Jab will knock out Koko, so I am sitting at +2 right now with Buzzwole. Buzzwole's really trying to sweep through this team. Buzzwole's like actually really solid against a lot of the more common team comps nowadays, especially with Tailwind, which is really cool. So it gets the +2 now. Chomp, yep, just gonna go for another Rock Slide. That's fine with me. Aerodactyl has more or less done its job here, and Buzzwole is sitting still really healthy. So all good stuff. I will bring in the Tapu Koko now, so I can just Thunderbolt whatever is coming in here and Ice Punch the Garchomp slot. So Koko comes in, and Snorlax, perfect. Yep, that's really good to see. There are 2 turns of Tailwind left, yeah. So I'm gonna Ice Punch Garchomp, and just Volt Switch into Snorlax. because I don't want to lose Coco to like a high horsepower, and Volt Switch plus Thunderbolt should knock out Snorlax. Alternatively, I could, I guess, Superpower Buzzwole and Dazzling Gleam, but I don't know if the Garchomp can survive a Dazzling Gleam. If so, that could be bad. I guess Snorlax could crit me, but never mind. Garchomp doesn't protect, so I should be good. Unless it's Scarf Chomp, I guess. I mean, sorry, not Scarf, Sash Chomp. But even if it is, like, Buzzwole's just, like, sitting so healthy right now. My opponent just didn't bring very much to beat the Buzzwole to begin with. Yeah, so Ice Punch will come out. Should be able to knock out its third Pokemon. Yep, no Sash. Nice. Buzzwole's gonna get all 4 knockouts here, probably. That's pretty cool. Yep, take a little bit of recoil. Get to +3. And yeah, I mean, Curse is nice, but it's not going to be surviving a superpower any day at this point. So yeah, I'm happy about how I played this one. I think a lot better than that last one. Made the right Pokemon choices. That's what helps. Like, that's why practice is important too, because against like team comps you're more familiar against, like you have a more defined game plan. So I think my opponent really needed to bring in the Arcanine this game. Knocking out Coco was really important. Getting up Tailwind for free was really important. But basically, that's why Aerodactyl with Skydrop and Tailwind is so cool. Because if you can knock out the biggest threats and switch in, you often can get a free knockout and put yourself in a position to get a free Tailwind up. So, yep, I'm just going to switch back out. I want to give Buzzwole the full attention. Yeah, okay, my opponent just forfeits. So yeah, Buzzwole would have picked up all 4 knockouts there. So we do split this episode 1-1, but that first game definitely... some suboptimal decision making on my end there. I also just my lack of knowledge with Incineroar. Like, I don't remember exactly its base attack and base speed. It was slower than Mux. Obviously, it was pretty slow, and Buzzwole was faster, but that was something I wasn't aware of either. And so, like, a combination of me not knowing my opponent's Pokemon well enough, me not picking my Pokemon in time when it came to team preview, and then me not playing the last couple of turns correctly, all factored into me losing there. So if I had, you know, fixed up any of those, that could have all been really helpful. But that's why, you know, we practice in VGC. That's why we lose games, because we learn from them. And I think losses are great. Like, in competitive games in general, it's like wins and losses are both awesome, because if you win, you know, you obviously, that's awesome, you get wins. But if you lose, you learn so much from them. And losing is just really important to competitive play and learning from them, or learning in competitive play as well in general. So yeah, we're going to split it 1-1. First game, definitely kind of frustrating on my end, because I do apologize, I don't think I played that well. But that second game, going a lot better. But yep, it's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Go check in the live stream right now, Pokemon.com/live. I think we'll still be streaming by this time. If not, you can go check out the archive, and we're going to be back tomorrow for top 8. Or, yeah, I think top 8, maybe top 16. No, it's going to be top 8, yeah. So, yeah, go tune into all of that. Bookmark Pokemon.com/live. I'll be commentating a lot tomorrow as well, so it should be a fun time. And, yep, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, leave a like if you did, and I'll catch you guys next time. Alright, peace.